What's up, guys? Nico'S in Paris, week 7 presser of the Nffl league. Might as well get this shit out of the fucking way. So, we are working on thin ice here. I drank most of my beer tonight at softball, but got a little bit of that tequila. I'm not a tequila guy, so this is going to go down terribly. Let me get these done. Let me get these at least poured. One. Shit, 2. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well, might as well go ahead and take one of them now. Cheers. I fucking hate tequila. Not a tequila guy. Working a little thin on the, working a little thin on the alcohol today, but that's fine. Fuck, I hate tequila. So I figured I'd just start this off a little bit with a little sympathy tour. I know I'm the only one that's gonna really understand what I'm going through, to be honest with you, but I figured I might put it into perspective. I heard Alex's presser, give me a little bit of that sympathy, but I figured I'd just put it into perspective for you guys. Now, to be fair, I said 11, it's technically 9. 2 guys are on here twice just for being out multiple weeks in different weeks, but fuck it. Might as well get into it. So week 1, we got CMC on IR. Still hasn't seen the field. Number 1 overall draft pick. Figured he'd be out a maximum of 4 weeks. Give him a month after he already had 6 weeks in the preseason to figure some shit out. Figured 10 weeks would be good enough for just about any injury, but I guess not. Week 2, we had Tua, IR. Again, love to see it, honestly, because even though Waddle was never hurt, it completely diminished his value. Same with Tyreek Hill. So Waddle's been completely useless since week 2. And we're now in week 8, going into week 8. So that'll be for tomorrow, unfortunately. Week 3, we had Adam Thielen. I think he scored a touchdown in that game. And as he scored that touchdown, he went down with an IR. Some type of hip or leg injury of some kind, maybe a hammy. Not sure. Actually, the only week that we have not had somebody out or go to the IR is week 4. So, yay, week 4. We got week 5, we got Shakir, he was out. We got Singletary, he was out. And Carr, who technically never made it to the IR. However, he's been out for a few weeks. So, take that as you will. So if we're doing the count here, boys, that's 6 already in the first 5 weeks. Now, Tua, CMC, Singletary, and Carr were all in my starting lineup. Not necessarily those weeks that they were out, but they were starting players for me. Got a shitty team, whatever, Owen. Fuck you, right? So do you. But it's all right. Catching strays. Then we go to week 6. Week 6 was a pretty doozy. This is where a lot of people... week 6 and week 7 were the killers, honestly. So we had Singletary, he was out again. Nico Collins to the IR. Love to see that. Then Jacoby Myers out for a week or so. Week 7 we had Mike Evans go down. He's now on out/IR status. Who knows when he'll come back? I think Bucks don't have necessarily enough room on the IR. I don't really know how that shit works, but he could be out for 4 weeks. Who fucking knows? Then we got Jacoby Myers again, another week where he was out. So if we count that up, through week 5, we had 6 players. Putting in week 6 and 7, that's another 5. So that gets us to my 11 number. Again, could be 9 if you're really wanting to be stingy about it. However, we had honorable mentions. Brandon Ayuk for that 4-week trade. Alex broke him, like you said. So he's now on the IR, season ending. Love to see it, boys. So you call it 9, you call it 10, you call it 11. I don't give a shit. I have had CMC, Nico Collins, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans. Then we had, let's see here, not Singletary, but then we had Waddle, who's not technically out, never missed a game, nothing like that, but he's been completely unusable since week 2. So pretty much in week 2, he was unusable in that game. You know, Tua went down. I can't remember, maybe second or third quarter, but somewhere in there. So essentially, that's like our top 5 draft picks. So love it. But enough pity party for me. Let's get into the week here. Week 7. Danny Dimes gives us 5.96, has a terrible game. He's on the down. He was looking good a little earlier in the season, but not now. We got Baker, 27, putting up points, even though both of his number 1 and number 2 wide receivers are now out for multiple weeks or season-ending injuries. So gotta absolutely love it. Chris Godwin goes out. That was his target hog. Mike Evans goes out. That was his touchdown hog. So now it's like fucking Cade Otton and Rashad White potentially catching shit and whoever the fuck else they have. Fucking nobody's pretty much, but gotta love it. So he's on the down for the next couple, pretty much till Mike Evans come back. And even then, it probably isn't going to be enough to be really serviceable. If he can get me 15, 16, that's what we're looking for. Chuba at 11.2, last second touchdown saved the day. Monty 6.5. He was in and out of the game. Technically was never hurt. Just a bad like bone bruise apparently, knee bruise, something like that. So we'll see what happens with him. I bet he maybe misses this next week, to be honest with you. I don't think Detroit's playing. I can't, not looking at it, but I don't know if Detroit's playing anybody like reasonable. So if they don't need to put him out there, they probably won't. So that'll just be adding to those guys in that starting lineup that have, found their way to the IR or found their way out. Then we of course had Mike Evans, 9 points. He's out for a couple weeks. Sutton got me a whopping 0. Their number 1 wide receiver against like not a great defense either, and not a single target throughout the whole game. I think he had one target, ended up getting a flag called for like offsides or holding or some shit. And it was going to be like a 40-ish, 35-ish yarder, 40 yarder maybe. Right down the fucking seam in the middle of that field and looking good. Caught it, fucking dropped the ball, first down. It gets negated. So love to see that one. That's why we took that first shot for you guys. BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., 19.6, chucking along. He had one bad week. He's a rookie. He's allowed to have a couple bad weeks. He's been like wide receiver 7 or something like that. So gotta love that. Njoku coming out after Cooper was traded. So Amari Cooper, number 1, probably trade target there. Not trade target, but like target for who knows their quarterback, Jameis Winston, DCJ or something like that, Dorian Thomas Jr., whatever his name is. Who knows who's the fuck's going to play there. I hope it's Jameis Winston. That would be nice. Tutu Atwell, again, Sutton and Atwell kind of just C-team guys, practice squad guys, but we got to put them in with how many injuries we've had. But so 8.1, not that bad, not that good. Got infinitely more than Sutton, so can't really complain. Jets defense, -3. So that is the second shot I've got poured here. They were like defense 5 or 6 or some shit like that. So hate to see it. We were tinkering them all week with the Bills. Fuck me, I made the wrong decision, as you'll see a little bit later in this presser. I could have won this week if I played my optimal lineup. I'm sure everybody could say that every fucking week, but with the guys and the defenses here that I played, like it could have been a really easy swap in, swap out, tinker moment. It would have given me a chance to win. Siebert, 17, huge pickup in like week 2 or 3 when I picked him up. So he missed the first week again. I've said this in like every presser since I've had him, but he's kicker 1. We all know it. He's getting teens almost every week. Dixon, low week for him. I think this is the second time he's got 9 points. However, for a punter, can't really complain when you're hovering around that 10 to 12 range. And he got 9, so not terribly too pissed off about it. And then kind of going back to Sutton and the Jets. So if we played the Bills, who got 15, that is 18 plus more points we could have had. And then if we played Shakir, who was scheduled out for this past week, however, like literally 45 minutes before game time, an hour before game time, he decides like, yeah, I'll play. So, I wasn't on top of it. Bad manager decision, shitty team by me. It's just kind of been the whole year has been just not fun for me, honestly. I've had like 3 really good weeks, and other than that, I'm fighting and clawing just to score like 130 points, 140 points. So, we had 128.9 with optimal lineup with the Bills and Shakir getting me another 28 points. So 15 and 10 doesn't add up to 28. However, the Jets got -3, so that's that second shot, sub 0 or below. You got to add those 3 points back for the Bills. That's an 18-point difference. And then Sutton to Shakir's 10-point difference would have put me at 156.9. Would have beat Alex by a whopping 1 point. Would have been heartbreaking for Alex. Would have kind of shoved him down there. Would have put me up above a good portion of people. I think like week 5 or something, or week 4, I played Parker. Lost by 0.26. So honestly, as shitty as this team has been and as bad as injury riddled and as bad managerial decisions as we've had, we could honestly have 2 more wins and 2 less losses. So we could be 5-2, honestly. Not terribly too hard to get, see that I could have gotten there. However, hindsight's 2020. Can't get terribly too mad. This is already getting way longer than I thought. Kind of trying to take some time for the shots. So we got Alex. He had CJ Stroud, 5.34, down week for him. Darnold, I think it's like QB 12 or something. Not bad, honestly. I don't know if he drafted him or picked him up, but not a bad whatever he did to acquire him. 16.26. Connor, 16.2. Awesome to see it. Pollard, 7.5. He's kind of on the down. I think, who's their guy? Spears or something is coming back, maybe. So he might, pull some touches from Pollard. I just don't see Pollard doing much from here on out, to be honest with you. It's a shitty team, and they're just, they have every issue in the book. JJ, top wide receiver. Should have drafted him 1 overall. Would have been a ridiculous draft, because then I would have gone with, who was it? I would have gone with fucking whoever had Nick Garvey. He's got Derrick Henry. I would have gone with Derrick Henry as my 2 draft pick, and then I probably would have kept most of the other shits the same. So could have traded some shit around. Should have done some, hey, I didn't believe in the, first round, number 1 overall draft pick curse. However, it's totally real, guys. Those who've joined the league, like Alex and people who may not have had it so far, Jesse. But yeah, it's fucking real, guys. So, man, I would do anything in the world to trade out of that draft spot, to be honest with you. Then you had McLaurin, 12.8. Ayuk, he broke my Ayuk. That 4-week trade is looking a little spicy now. I told Owen straight up 2 days ago, and every week, since I've had him, like, oh yeah, I'm trading him back. Alex and I are cool. We're buds. That's definitely something I wouldn't fuck him over with. Alex, if you made it this far in the video, man, I don't know if I can trade you for a guy who's season ending out. I don't know if the league will allow it, to be honest with you, with that trade. I think it'll honestly get vetoed or maybe cause some issues. But Jesus Christ, I still up in the air. Haven't made my decision. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm also not trying to fucking lose the league, honestly. So, got to make a hard decision there. Bowers, 14.3. Hunt, 21.3. Philly D, 23. God damn. Boswell, 14. And Cook, 4 for a total of 155.9. So, before we get into it, let's take our second shot, boys. Cheers. I fucking hate tequila, dude. It is all I have. Ugh. Sorry. Jesus. I do not like tequila. Looking into this next week, we got Jesse versus me. I got Jesse, easy peasy. I'm shipped to the fucking Sped Bowl. Owen versus Garvey. Garvey's gonna blow Owen out of the fucking water. He's traded for a number 69 overall wide receiver and a number 72 overall wide receiver, and he needs to win now. So it's like, yeah, great decisions there. Alex versus Jackson. Honestly, I would love to see Jackson win this one in a close one and have Alex kind of just putter down there. You know, I need competition down there. So if we can get us all kind of, I'm losing this week. So if Alex can lose this week, Jackson can win a week, we'll all kind of be about the same. I just need to limp my shit along until week 10, 11, honestly. Lowe versus Ryan. I got Ryan in this one. Lowe's working with some injuries here with some pretty hefty points guys. He's got some quarterback issues and stuff like that. Debo's whatever the fuck's Debo doing. Who knows? But, that's not good for him. So I got Ryan. I think just the healthier squad. It's been putting up some good points, like 150 plus every week for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So liking his chances. Parker versus Mikey. I got Mikey, honestly. I was a big Parker fan early in the season. He got his 2 wins, week 1 and against me somewhere in there. I honestly 2, 3, 4. I don't remember when we played, but since then hasn't been great. Lost some close ones, I think. Haven't been paying attention too much, but still on the Parker train. I don't think you win this one, unfortunately. So thank God we drank that. Yeah, guys, 17 minutes. Sorry if you made it this long, but peace the fuck out. Love you guys.